Hello, welcome to Swiss Watch Gang, obviously the channel which shows you watches you've never seen before. And today we have another collector video on our hands here. I'm accompanied by my very good friend Jason Chevrolet. How are you, my friend?
Marko, always a pleasure.
Thank you for coming to our new studio. Basically, we have this space for a while now. It's now fully furbished and actually ready to shoot. We also rent it out, so if you guys want something like this, let us know. But today we are doing something which I didn't dream about doing like when we first met, because I met Jason in 2016-17 when I had no Swiss Watch Gang channel, where there was no like YouTube at all. You were the first person to basically help me out. Also the brands you were working with back then, to give me some money for pictures basically. So thank you for that. Huh?
Good memories for sure.
Good memories, and now we're here. Huh?
Yeah, now we're here. Now we're here.
So tell us, Jason, how did you come into watches? What's the story?
Long story short, because I can go through a lot of details, emotion and stuff, but basically I started with watches through magazines, so paper.
Yeah.
So never had the chance to touch it, in the metal, but only reading about watches and beautiful watches. And basically, I'm very basic, to be very honest. I like mechanical stuff.
Very basic collection.
I like mechanical stuff. I like cars. I like watches. The watch is something that you are always carrying on you, your skin. It's a bit more private, So watches as something very special, the meaning of watches to me, but also as human being, we're just passing on this planet. And I always admire people, actually watchmakers, being capable of creating something we can actually count the time.
Yeah.
I always dream about being able to do it myself. Unfortunately, I tried from time to time. I'm not good at it.
Yeah, same.
So
not gonna be a watchmaker anytime soon. Yeah.
Good old days. So I was doing a lot of sport. I was national athlete in mountain bike in France, and then I was studying at the National Center for Athletes. And then it was obvious that at that time I could not live out of it. So even though I was not the best, to be very honest, but at that time only one French rider was living out of his passion and out of this sport. So I was like, I got to do something about it. So I went to business school, and then I did my very best, even though I never really enjoyed school, but I did my best to go to the very top of it. So I have a Polytechnic South of France diploma, Master 2, Master of Science. And then I have another Master 2 in Management and Entrepreneurship. Mm-hmm. So I said, maybe that's gonna be good enough, so I'll try my best to get an internship in the watch world. So no connection at that time. I'm coming from a very modest family. I always say that we are rich of our values,
That's important.
So basically, and my family is only one person, my mom, so, born and raised in France, and I owe her so much. So I was living in Champagne, France, and I took my motorbike and went from Champagne to Vallée with some resume, and then waiting at the door at AP, and people to come in, the manufacturer to come inside, and then giving my resume at that time. Didn't work.
I tried that as well in Zurich, to sell watches in Bucher, Bayer. Nobody wanted me, so. But now we work with them, so it's even better, right? And you as well, right? Now you sell some of the watches on the tables. They're not these ones.
Yep, this is my
you work with these brands, exactly, yeah. And then what was the first brand that said, okay, you random guy from Champagne with a bike, I'll take you in?
Yeah, you know what? The very same day I applied to an internship at AP, I bought this one, the very first, my very first piece, yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was all the money I had at that time. This one, means something to me. Unfortunately, I don't wear it much anymore.
And then what was the next one, let's say, that you purchased after that you saw the first mechanical?
So then I started to work. So basically what happened is that I asked a very good friend who lives in France, and it turns out that his neighbor was incredible and really talented watchmaker, Christophe Claret, and he used to own a castle in Burgundy, so not far from where I was living at that time. So I waited until I saw his car in his yard, and then I knock at the door and say, here's my resume. I'd love to work for you, and for free. And he went like, okay, let's try. Let's try.
For sure, yeah.
So I started in this industry as employee. It was a bit more than 10 years ago now. And then this was the second one. So I think that's, the very classic move, the El Primero, but a bit more like, with the vintage feel, black dial, yellow gold case. And I did my first strap, custom-made strap.
Nice.
to fit on the piece.
And for those who know me for a while, I love pocket watches, I love clocks, I love wall clocks, table clocks, anything with mechanics I like to buy. I don't know why sometimes, but that's just the way I do it. So tell me about these two pieces. What's special about these two?
So this one is might be the most interesting one in terms of watchmaking, because it's a beautiful pocket watch, like Breguet style, with a very nice guilloche. I assume here we all know that everything has been made by hand. It's a quarter repeater.
Oh my God, man!
The sound is beautiful.
This looks like a Breguet movement, huh?
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm pretty sure that it was one of his students who did this. Unfortunately, it's not signed, but also fortunately because I was capable of buying it.
Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, with Breguet stamp on the dial, it would have been
much more expensive. Can we hear a chime?
Oh yeah, of course.
Let's go. Hit us.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Beautiful.
I love the sound of pocket watches, man, because I think they're often better than the wristwatches because they're open like this as well.
Exactly. It's not waterproof. It's so it allows the watch to be a bit more.
Who cares? I love
present
it.
and loud. Yeah.
And the table clock here?
And the table clock. So this is very special to me. So basically, my mom was my only family. I never had the chance to have any grandma. But my grandma was sick. She left us like long time ago, and that was the clock that was sitting on her
bedside. Huh?
bedside.
Very nice.
This is very emotional to me. And for the little story, so my mom gave it to me, and a very a dear friend and very talented watchmaker agreed on working on it. It's Yosuke Sekiguchi.
Ah, yes, from Rolex, no?
Yeah, he's the one who serviced it. And, kind of inspiration.
For sure, MB&F HM4.
HM4.
Immediately saw that.
Yeah. So
Sima knew what's coming, huh? They were like, So Max, if you're watching, this is probably the inspiration, huh? Yeah. Very cool. And then we have this here, the bracelet, FP Journe. Which I was a huge fan of, I still am, from Florida, right?
Yeah, exactly, Sean. So Sean, basically, on the day we were recording this video, Sean, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Sean.
This is your brother, and I wish you nothing but the best. Back in 2016, 17, we designed our first watch together. And when I was working at Claret, we decided to go like all in for something very special. And back in the days, it was the extreme one.
Yes.
The one with the two spheres, magnetism.
Tourbillon, inclined
tourbillon, 30 degrees. It was crazy. And then Christophe Claret gave me the freedom to design something. And then together with Sean, we redesigned the watch.
If you breathe on Sapphire, the skull came out.
It was very subtle, a lot of little details that make it like stuff. The entire project very nice.
Cool stuff. Awesome.
And we were delivering together with the watch, we were delivering a bracelet like that from Sean's.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, I don't have the piece, even though like I feel that, at some point I'd love to find one.
You should buy one, yeah.
Exactly.
Just for the memories,
Exactly. So, and I love the technique of this timepiece.
I love the collection here because it's similar to how I collect, just a bunch of everything basically, not really hyper-focused on a few things. But I see some Gentas here.
Yeah.
I used to have the same one with the brown dial.
I remember that.
But yours is pretty cool. So how did you come to, let's say, buy the Genta?
I acquired this like maybe 8-9 years ago.
When it was almost for free, basically.
Yeah.
It was a few $100.
Exactly. And then not long time ago, I acquired so this is second series. This is the first series. We can easily recognize it. Same spirits, and Sean and Genta was definitely part of it here. It was the Bulgaria area here.
Yeah. Now that LVMH is reviving the brand, I'm curious to see what's going to happen with it. Yeah. And they bring out some pieces already. But also they bought up Daniel Roth, and they're going to revive it, and they did already. So I think You have some Daniel Roth pieces which I've never seen. Not that I'm a big scholar of the brand, but I'm also sure some of the pieces would love to be acquired by the Arnault family. How did you start with collecting Daniel Roth pieces? And I also see you have a very nice Breguet here, which I assume is in the same connection.
Exactly. This is the Daniel Roth area at Breguet. So basically what happened is that the Chaumet brothers acquired the name Breguet for nothing. And then they decided to hire someone in charge of the watchmaking and make sure that they revived the name the best way. So basically Daniel Roth then joined their team. And then he decided to work with Le Mania. So he developed the movement when he was working at Breguet. So here you have the beautiful 2310 Le Mania movement, the chronograph column wheel. It's beautiful. So Patek, Vacheron Constantin, Breguet used to buy this movement and then encase it in their very nice, classy, elegant.
The architecture is still inspiration today, huh?
It's beautiful.
In the modern watches.
You know, so some of the most important people in this industry like classify this movement as the #1 chronograph movement ever made. Yeah. So and to be very honest, I kind of agree.
For sure. Yeah. And there is also a Daniel Roth chrono here. So.
Exactly. So basically what happened is that in 1987, when the Chaumet brothers faced issue, they stopped Breguet, basically. So Daniel Roth was then like, I have everything, maybe I can try by myself.
Yeah.
So he called Le Mania, say, hey, you know what, I want to buy a couple of your movements and then I'll do my own case, my own design and start by my own. And he was the first independent watchmaker. So this is why also I have huge, limitless respect for this person. He dared, you know, he was definitely someone who said, I'll try by myself, and he set the pace.
A unique casing and everything.
And unique casing, unique signature, unique design. And also this very piece is unique. So the 101 chronograph, the line dial, black dial with the yellow gold case, this is unique.
So we're accepting the highest offer on this video now? No, I'm kidding.
and something very nice about this piece is that when LVMH revived the brand during their first exhibition, so I passed by the booth, and then I said, yeah, I have one, like the original chronograph.
By the way.
I showed it to Enrico. You know, he's one of the two persons behind La Fabrique du Temps. And he told me, that's you? You have it? I said, yeah, why? He told me it's the cover of the internal catalog we use for Daniel Roth.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I said, yeah, this is mine. This is
You're like, can I get a catalog?
Ask them for it.
Yeah, I need to get a catalog.
I'm still waiting for it, though.
Enrico, huh? Deliver.
Yeah.
And then we go a bit more high-end, huh?
This is one of the first, if not the first, perpetual calendar with a twist, something a bit more spicy, instantaneous jump. So all the functions at midnight.
They don't sweep, but they jump.
Exactly, at midnight. And the funny story about it is that Daniel Roth really wanted it so bad. Unfortunately, apparently, he was not capable of doing that by himself. So he called someone called Philippe Dufour.
Yeah, somebody you might know. A young watchmaker.
Yeah, so this is my Dufour Daniel Roth piece. And this one is a bit more special since it's the skeletonized version.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love this piece, man.
Yeah.
And then I think the crème de la crème, excuse my French, the best watch here is.
So funny story is that the perpetual calendar you were holding here has a special engraving on the plate, the main plate, right? And then it's also number 10. And this is also with a special engraving on the main plate, and this is also number 10. Wow. All details that I'm pretty sure that a lot of people might call me or call us crazy people. Weirdos. But all the watch collectors, they will for sure understand.
But this is beautiful, man. The Roth Tourbillon, they just started delivering the new one, I think,
Exactly. And think about that. So back in the days when Daniel Roth revived the Tourbillon in the wristwatch, we estimate in the world like only 500 Tourbillon in the world in 1988. When Breguet and then Daniel Roth reintroduced the Tourbillon, then all the brands said, you know what, that's mesmerizing, that's beautiful on the wrist, that's even sometimes a bit more accurate, let's use it. But Daniel Roth was the one being independent, but also being the leader at that time.
And the back, it has an engraving.
He call it volute en taille douce, so this is French, so let's say that this is something very sweet and smooth. engraving. You can also see the fleur de lis.
I've seen this watch a few weeks ago, months ago, when you were here, and I took a nice photo behind me there. You know? And I think it's just an awesome piece. And how many of this were made?
Well, like to be very honest, like we estimate the total number of tourbillon to maybe 250, but this is very special because the regular one, let's say regular one, is double-faced tourbillon.
Yeah.
The case is a bit thicker. To me, this is very something unique thanks to the proportion of the case.
This is great, man. I really like this.
Thank you.
And then we go to one of my favorite watch brands and one of my first clients, 2017-18, Urwerk. Again, this is a huge, I think, difference, right? If we look at them side by side. But again, that's what I like about you, because you go all the different directions here. You go from a 34 millimeter tourbillon, 35 tourbillon, to a what feels like a 60 millimeter
spaceship on the wrist.
You know, after the Roth.
About these, I love the product for sure, but I also love the people behind the product. And Felix and Martin history is also something. They say, we want to do beautiful watchmaking. And not something that you guys gonna like or the market gonna like, but something we want to do for ourselves.
Exactly.
I sourced this piece on the second market because it's also a kind of special connection I have with this very piece, and also the person who sold it to me.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome. And you also, for people that don't know what you do, you currently curate some collections as well.
Exactly.
You sell some of the brands, maybe even some on the table here. And you basically, what do you do nowadays?
So basically, it's been 4 years that I'm independent. I'm helping some young, from the market perspective, watchmakers to establish themselves as independent, to create a brand. So I help them designing the strategy, commercial policy, distribution, marketing. I also do some consulting work for a very important group in Saudi Arabia.
Nice.
And by the end of this year, or maybe early next year, we're gonna open maybe one of the most beautiful retail dedicated to beautiful independent watchmaking in Riyadh.
So next video we do together in Saudi.
Is in Riyadh. Yeah, for sure. Be my guest.
Let's go. I mean, perfect. I can't wait to see that, because I know stuff you work with.
Yeah.
It's very particular, and you're very polished, and you think about what you do.
Exactly. And also the funny story about it, you said curating. So I also help some people like, curating and managing the collection. So private clients. And then it's always good because, again, it's also a matter of connection with the people.
Of course.
And when you have the connection, some people might trust you. And then when they give me the trust, I do my best to always surprise them.
For sure. Plus, I think when people see this collection, they see the depth of you, because some may know you from Clarisse, some may know you from whatever other brand you wear at the time. But when you see this, I think you show like a big range of knowledge as well. Huh? We have two more affordable watches here, which I also own, just in different variants.
Yeah, exactly.
The Space One and the Mad One. Nice everyday pieces and affordable price point. Mad One is what, 3.5K, I think?
Yeah, something like that.
And the Space One was 1.9, 1.6?
Yeah, a bit more. Yeah. This one was a bit more. It's the
special edition,
titanium version with a special version.
With the burn,
yeah, exactly.
Awesome.
10 pieces.
I love these.
I got number one. Again,
perfect.
Numbers are very important here.
Either 10 or number one, I see there's like a theme now here.
Yeah. And then the Mad One. This is for the lucky person, I guess.
Yeah.
So I got the lucky clover on it.
Awesome.
Yeah, this is the special touch.
If you like indies and you want to get started in them and have a similar feeling of like an MBNF or like a Bethune or whatever, you buy one of those. And then we have some watches which I think have the most comfortable bracelets here. We have the Octo Finissimo, special edition, obviously. Jason cannot buy a normal piece. And the Streamliner here from Moser with also the salmon copper dial. What is it called?
Yeah, like they teased at that time with salmon. I feel it's a bit more copper. When they introduced these three hands first, it was with the green dial. I was not a fan. I remember that on the very first day, maybe Edouard posted this one on his own IG.
Sick.
I was like, I need it. I need it. This is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one. I wanted a Streamliner, but I knew that it was the one. Like you mentioned, very comfortable.
Oof. This is weighs like nothing.
Yeah, so this is titanium only.
Yeah.
What I like is the very special feeling. Some people might say that it's a bit too much. I feel that it's very unique, so this is why I acquired this. I'm also a friend first, but a client of Chronopation, and beautiful people working over there. I try to support them as much as I can. The very first one they released, I was like, oh my God, I missed the shot.
Yeah.
So I have my dear friend Catherine working over there, and she told me, hey, we might have something coming next week.
And you were like, let's not happen this again.
Yeah, I told her, you know what, here is my money.
Yeah,
and then without even seeing the timepiece, you know, and I was like, okay, I want it.
Just take my money. And this is a collab with Marko Poletta.
Right? Marko Poletta
and Laurent Picciotto.
And Laurent Picciotto for Chronopation, 30 pieces limited edition.
Awesome. And then we go to somebody who is very established.
Yeah, I think so.
One of the main players in the independent scene. FP Journe.
This piece is also very special to me. I feel that I said that 1,000 times already. First, because like I remember back in the days, I was not especially dreaming about FP Journe, and I read more about Journe, his history, and then his design, also his passion for the object, but also for the industry. So I felt that last year, I said, okay, I want one now.
Yeah. Then you just have to find the person who's selling you one.
Exactly, right? Exactly. And the thing is, you know, you never know how to introduce yourself. And for some
like
retailers, I'm just the client. And for this retailer, I never mentioned that I was part of this industry, so now they will know. And I said, but I'm sorry, I want something which is not on the catalog. Can we make it happen? And they
what
say,
a surprise.
Wow. They say, well, it's going to be very difficult, obviously. I said, I really love the Octa in 40 millimeter. I love the platinum case and the rose gold dial. And obviously it's not on the catalog, neither on the website, but I said, well, if you can make it happen, I'm in. I'm 100%. They managed to make it happen. I love this piece so much. And also, you know what I'm doing when I receive my piece, I just enjoy it for a while with the strap it's delivered with. And then I customize it.
They immediately change it.
I just need like to get a couple of weeks, the feeling of the timepiece on my wrist, and then see what I can do, the best I can do, like to fit with the vibe of the watch.
Because most of these leather straps I see they have your company's name on it, Accuracy.
Accuracy, yeah. So this is something, you know, I feel it's also part of the journey when you collect watches. It gives you the feeling. Sometimes I have different straps for the same watch based on my, you know, again, feelings.
But it's fun. And I was always a fan of two-tone straps. Yep. So the front is this and the back can be a bit crazy. First time I saw this was when I was in Basel visiting a manufacturer, Royal.
Oh yeah,
and they have like let's say they had the black strap in the front, but red in the back. I'm like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah, but it's also like I feel it's showing love to the timepiece, to the work that some people put in.
Yeah, the attention to detail again. You know, it means it also shows you really care.
Yeah.
And also, I think somebody who cares a lot about what he does is this guy right here. Person Simon, who I had the pleasure on having on the channel before in Geneva. So Simon Brett.
I remember catching up with Simon, even though he was like, let's say, no one for this industry, but we spent hours talking about what he could do for his brand if he wanted to do at some point, build something around. So he finally came with the 12 first pieces. So this is one of the 12, the zirconium case. This is not mine. I'm supposed to receive mine in the upcoming weeks. And again, like, you know, to show the support to the young and talented person in this industry. So I said, Simon, I want one. I need one. So here is the other. And
I always love to record the Simon Brett. So
so this is Simon piece and mine is coming. So it's going to be the titanium one. It's very simple in terms of construction. It's very beautiful. This is not like huge and difficult movement. This is something very simple. It just pushed some parts to its limit.
So a huge contrast, but also one of the biggest independent watchmaker today, Rolex. You have 5 pieces here, which are very different to each other as well. What's your favorite one of these?
Maybe I'll choose the white gold meteorite. It's definitely something exclusive. This is also all matching, so original components, which is also very important when I source something.
It's very cool.
But let's say emotion, because at the end of the day, to be very honest, it's all about emotions.
Yes. Yeah.
So I would say this one is very special to me.
The GMT Master too. Philippe Dufour is also wearing one.
Yeah.
I am wearing one. You have one. It's like a club thing, huh? I'm kidding.
So it's a bit hype. I'm not into the hype thing. This one, the value, the emotional value is very important to me. So it's a piece that I was wearing at very important moments. And then also my mom contributed to it. You know, this one, I think that this is the one I want to be buried with.
Yeah. You have also something I never filmed yet on the channel, which is very difficult because we've done a lot of videos before with many brands and people they never saw. What's on the wrist? Huh?
This one.
It's an Andersen Geneve. One of the first watchmakers I met, 2016, I went to the atelier. I met Gaël Peterman there when he was working at the workshop. But Andersen Geneve is doing some really cool things. You have a very nice jump hour here.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, what's the story about this?
I'll tell you something. It's very fresh. So basically, I had this in order for a year or something now. And then I called the owner and I said, Pierre-Alexandre, I know that it's tough with your production, but I'm doing this video with Marko. Maybe you can rush a bit the production because I would love to wear it. Yeah, I'd love to wear it during the video. And then this happened. So he told me I did my very best. And yesterday, he delivered the timepiece to me.
Nice.
We had an amazing lunch.
So it's fresh from the oven.
It's super fresh. You know, he made the trip just to me to get it for this.
Nice.
It's a lot for me. You know, it's also the what you bring together with the timepiece. You know, and it's definitely emotions and memories.
I see, because the strap is still from the brand. Huh?
Exactly.
I'm like, where's the custom strap?
Good point. So yeah, this is also something that I will definitely remember. Yeah. You know, the way it did everything for me. This is a timepiece I love. You know, in terms of proportion, I love the lugs. The dial is
beautiful.
This is breathtaking.
It's almost like an optical illusion.
Yeah.
Now when I like look at it like this.
Exactly, and bring all different kind of atmospheres, light on it. It's gonna be every single time a different story.
Yeah, beautiful, and the case back is nice as well.
The case back, so the platinum case. It turns out that apparently I like the contrast, you know, with the rose gold dials and platinum. Cases.
Yeah. It's kind of a theme, you know, here, yes.
Yeah, it's kind of. To be honest, I never put the watches all together side by side.
It's cool, huh?
I don't feel it's too much. I feel that I want to appreciate each timepiece the best way. And then right now, obviously, like, to be very honest, this is the first time I do the exercise.
All together. Yes.
With you, for you. I don't feel it's too much, but I feel that, you know, the connection, you know, in the watchmaking, like the collecting journey. And this is something like we can clearly highlight.
For sure, and Andersen, I think, is a legend.
Andersen is a legend.
One of the founding fathers of the AHCI, the Academy of Independent Watchmakers.
Exactly. So. And when I was capable of financially acquiring more timepieces, it was on my list, Andersen Geneve. I never really knew which one. But when he showed me the prototype of this for the first time, I said, wow, this is it.
It's beautiful.
I know this is the one.
Especially the guilloche.
I know this is the one. And you can play with the dial. It's absolutely mesmerizing.
So last but not least, you showed me something which I really liked, and you know, I like to collect stuff, and I think my audience appreciates seeing beautiful things as well. You have a niece, and she also got the watch bug a bit from you, probably.
Yeah.
And she is very talented in drawing.
Oh my God!
And you showed me a painting which is for sale.
Can
basically.
I bring it now?
Yes, please. So what I want to do, guys, basically now, you tell us the story about your niece, and I want everybody that wants to purchase this piece, basically go in description. I'm going to put a link to her Instagram, and we will run a 1-week auction. I'm going to start the bid with 500.
Wow.
So please don't bid more, because I want it. But for any of you watching, if you want this, comment on her Instagram, basically. Yeah. That's it.
So
tell us
I really want to highlight something. So she is 15 years old. I told her, you know what, I really want to buy stuff from you to finance your studies and stuff. So right now, because I'm not like good at communication and stuff, I'm buying a lot from her. So she designed like some CDs for me, my cars. And she said, you know what, I really want to try like a timepiece. Yeah. So give me a picture and then I'll work on it. Gorgeous. And you know, I like to push the limits always. So I said, you know what, I'm going to use the the blue sapphires bridges from the Bethune and see if she can do something with it.
Because it's difficult, huh? With
it's super difficult.
And there's like some gears on the painting which are more 3D.
Yeah, like I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of 3D. She's 15 years old. She does drawing and paintings for it's been like maybe 7-8 years now.
Yeah.
She's really talented. I really want to support her. So I have a lot of things coming from her. And I really appreciate the fact, Broski, that you do this. It's going to help her for sure. And again, this is to finance her study. So
guys.
It means a lot.
This is for a very good cause. Yeah. She can also paint other stuff if you have your watch you want to be painted on. Yeah. But again, with the gears, I think it's very cool. So again, link in the description, all the instructions there. Let's help her reach some more subscribers and followers. And that's it. I think we should use the channel and, if you guys love it, bid on it. It's that easy. Again, I started 500, so...
I gotta say something, Jean, I'm really sorry because it was supposed to be mine. It was Marko's idea. I really love this idea to encourage you and thank you again for doing this.
I think we should just help her out and, get as much as possible. That's it. Awesome, bro. I mean, listen, thank you for coming here. I really appreciate you.
Like,
it's nice to see the watches in one place.
This is my journey, but it's also, thanks to the people that we can really appreciate this. I remember the first time we met, and you have such a beautiful journey too. And I have this quote from Warren Buffett. We like him or not, but if someone's sitting in the shade today, someone has been planting trees years ago.
Ah, you never know.
Yeah,
you never know exactly.
So I feel that I'm planting trees for sure. I feel that you're doing the same.
Yes.
So again,
just,
I cannot
baying those ideas around.
So congratulations again, and thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for coming, and guys, also check out his channels. I'm gonna put the link in the description below. Art Curiosity and also your personal thing. And again, let me know which watch was your favorite. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.